think that the reason why he gets such a bad kind of press is because interviewers, when he agrees to do an interview with them based on, I don't know, Jerusalem coming out. He's so excited when Jerusalem comes out. He's worked on it for Christ knows how long, you know, every waking moment for 10 years or God knows what. And it comes out and he sits down with somebody and they say, so what do you think of Watchmen then? What do you think of the film? What do you think of the TV series? How do you feel about that? And he says, you know, he didn't want to talk about it. All he feels about it is that he hates it and wishes it hadn't happened. But because people want to know, oh, how angry is angry Alan Moore today? Is he going to shout at clouds and be angry old man Alan Moore? Let's see if he's still angry about it. And he was really hurt by what happened with him in comics. It really hurt him. It was the thing that he was most excited about, most passionate about. He literally poured his whole heart and soul into his work. And the ABC line, he was going to do that with Wildstorm, and then they got bought by DC. And he was like, there was a point at which he was trying to work out whether he'd already signed the contract. He'd already said to them, I'll write you a whole line of comics. And then they got bought by DC. And he'd sworn he would never work for DC. He didn't want a single penny of his comics to put any more, money in their coffers kind of thing. But he'd made a promise to Jim Lee that he would write him a whole line of comics, and all of the people that were involved in that whole line of comics, all of their families, all of their their livelihoods, this was a big deal for them to work with him on this. He knew it was it was going to secure their futures and their mortgages and their lives. And so he said, okay, I'll honor it, I'll do that, I'll do the whole of ABC. I will honor my promise to do it, but I'm not happy with it. And when he got to the end of it, then that was that. And I mean, he kept League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that was creator owned, so he kept that, but the rest has gone on to be written by other people as well. And I think he kept Promethea as well.
No, DC's been using Promethea for
is it?
Yeah, DC used Promethea a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
In Justice League.
Yeah, so basically he said that he he said he'd go through with it because he didn't want all the people involved to have it fall out from under them. So I think that the Alan Moore gets angry at literally anything and shakes his fist at a cloud and is furious about everything. I've never known anybody so conscientious and so to put so much thought into his decisions about his projects. And anybody who's been to a signing and met him, he isn't aloof. He is a friendly guy in a jumper who would be very pleased if you gave him a packet of biscuits while you're at a signing with him. Do you know what I mean? He is a very he's hilariously funny. I think a lot of his interviews and things are misquoted because they believe that he's saying things with a straight face, and 9 times out of 10 he is being ridiculously tongue-in-cheek and sarcastic.